Hello Canterbury and happy Monday to you, Monday the 13th of July. Yes, the second week of the school holidays. I hope you and your family are having a wonderful time, as we did. Yes, we did, down in central Otago. It was a fantastic holiday in a motorhome. Yes, survived the 6 of us, including the dog, but it was all good. So here are my 3 hot tips for your family if you're thinking about going down to Otago. Here we go. First up, the best seafood in Otago. Where? Moraki. That's right, Moraki. Moraki Boulders. Well, down the road is the village, the beautiful Fleur's Place. The most sensational seafood I've ever had. It is just gorgeous. You will so enjoy it. Fleur actually started Oliver's restaurant in Clyde. So definitely quality food. Next up, where would you have the best beef schnitzel? Ranfurly Hotel. It was golden, it was crumbed, it was delicious, and I bet it was local beef as well. So make sure you stop there, and such friendly service as well. And last but not least, a family activity. The best I find in Otago would be Naseby. There we are, ice skating, not me potentially, but was there, and ice luging. It's so cool. And we had our very own little Italian. He was very nice as well, and he took the children and looked them after them for an hour and showed them what to do, and it was good, clean fun. But the biggest thing in Otago was the smiles and the service. And just because I'm an ex-Southern girl, I love Canterbury, but I tell you what, the further south you go, people are just so warm and friendly. But anyway, rightio. Now, winners, the 12th Man, a Casanova production. The winners of these tickets are McClellan Shirley and Beth White. Congratulations to you both. You'll be receiving those tickets and we will be in touch very shortly. Enjoy it. Casanova Productions, such a good company. Next up though, giveaways this week. What a awesome vinyl that is. I wouldn't mind having it in my collection just quietly. Salmonella Dub, cool band, and this is their lovely vinyl they've given us to give away. And as well as that, over my shoulder when talking about Otago, Central Otago, Ira Mitchell Kirk, and her inspiration was Arrowtown. This could be yours. All you need to do is call through on 3777 033 or go to our Facebook page. Make sure you share us, like us, leave your details, and you could be a lucky winner. Rightio. On today's show, Karen Deegan is here. I love this time with her every fortnight. And we're going to talk about 2 little words you should never use. What do you think they are? More chocolate? Probably not, but definitely good stuff. Rightio. And Ika, the general manager for Ika, called up with me, and today we're talking about damp. Is your house, got that dampness, you're feeling that dampness in there? Well, he's going to tell you exactly how you can get rid of it. And Sarah Vedette joins me from Chumley, this wonderful organisation helping some of the children, precious children in our Canterbury area. But first up, nutrition. I probably should be visiting actually a nutritionist after a week away, eating and doing other things. Nicola Freya, how are you?
Hi, good, thanks.
Good, and you've been down south as well.
I have, bit chilly, but beautiful, just gorgeous. See the sun and just the views, amazing.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're a little bit special, aren't we?
Yeah,
down here. Rightio. Now, recipes. There's a lot of old school recipes that we have that, we pull them out because it just fills the gap.
Yeah.
But we can make them healthier, and I believe that's what we want to talk about today.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is, if it's something that you regularly have, that's when it's more important to make sure it's healthy. So if you use a cheese sauce a couple of times a week in some of your evening meals, then it's really quite important to try and make sure you have trim milk, use some margarine in that, and give it all the healthy options that you can, rather than if you have a piece of chocolate brownie once every couple of weeks or every now and then. It's not so crucial to get that spot on healthy as much, but more the regular things, the things you have more. Yeah.
Cheese sauce is actually a really good one though, because we do use it a lot. Could be for pasta.
Yes, it could be in the lasagna, on your vegetables, could be used in many ways. So that's if that's something your family really love, then try to get that.
So can we touch on that? What would be something that we would replace in a normal recipe for a healthier version?
Yeah, in a cheese sauce, you mean? Yeah, so when you're making the roux, use your margarine rather than your butter. So the butter has more saturated fat, and then the other thing is, so then once you've made the roux and you're putting the milk into it, use the trim milk in there as well. And,
simple things.
Yeah, it is really simple, and it makes a lovely creamy sauce still. And obviously with your cheese, if you're adding cheese to it as well, what some people can do, if you're wanting a more strong flavour for the cheese, use a little bit of Parmesan and then a little bit of the Edam cheese as well, so that you're getting the stronger flavour from the Parmesan without having to add so much. So because cheese is about a third fat. So if you're...
That's why it tastes so good, Nicola. That's why it tastes so good.
Yeah, so there's no reason not to have it, but just modify the amount if you can, yeah.
Rightio, okay. So what other ingredients that could be added to make our dishes more healthier then?
So some ingredients have lots of vitamins and minerals and also fibre, so great to sneak those in. So obviously your vegetables, if you can sneak some extra vegetables into a dish, or even fruit if you're making a dessert or something like that, or some salads. And then you can add fibre by, if you are making something with flour, you can sometimes put a little bit of wholemeal flour in, or just add an amount that sometimes you need a bit of trial and error with the recipes, because it does tend to dry the recipe out a little bit, so sometimes you need to add a bit more of a moistening ingredient as well. You could add oats, like we've had our fruit crumble recipe, added some oats to that. You can add oats to all sorts of, sometimes to muffins, things like that as well.
Ginger crunch.
Yes.
I tell you what, putting oats in ginger crunch base is amazing.
Yeah.
Still a bit of sugar there, but at least you're making a bit of an effort.
Yes.
How about different cooking methods? Does it make a difference?
Yes, so even in the preparation for cooking, so not peeling your vegetables is a really good one. A lot of nutrients are found just under the skin, so sometimes if we're peeling ingredients or peeling vegetables, you're losing a lot of those nutrients. So don't worry about that, don't worry about peeling. The other thing is making sure your meat's lean, so trimming off any fat that you can. With chicken, sometimes it can be more moist if you do leave, say with the chicken breast, leave the skin on till after the cooking, but then remove the skin. Or I know when that crunchy chicken breast skin is sitting there, sometimes it can be hard to discard. So you could remove that, and you could put some sort of coating over the top, like a sprinkle of herb or spice or something like that.
You can get some really good. Can I ask you a question though? Putting on the spot. Those panko breadcrumbs, are they good? Are they better to use or not?
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if they're any better than any other breadcrumbs, but they're definitely a popular version, so yeah.
Better than having the skin though, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And last but not least, the recipe this week, very cool. We're out at Crater Rim again, amazing. Yes. So what are we doing today?
So we're doing tiramisu matched with a Riesling out there, and it's made the healthy way. So the mascarpone cheese and the tiramisu, mascarpone is about 50% fat, so we've add a little bit of yoghurt to go with that, and half and half mascarpone and yoghurt, and it is delicious. I can tell you that, because I did have to taste test it just to be sure, and it is delicious.
You could have bought some in just quietly, love. Wouldn't mind a little bit. Remember that recipe will be online. Nourish.org.nz is the wonderful website. Of course, Facebook is where you can get Nicola as well. Make sure you message her. She loves getting your messages through. Health through food. Now stay with us, because after the break I'm joined by Sarah Vedette from Chumley, and we're talking dampness with Ika.
Hot sausage and mustard, while we're in the mood. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Very true words indeed. It was a beautiful song from Whitney Houston. I think you could believe in that, couldn't you, Sarah?
Absolutely.
Sarah
Yes.
Vedette, of course, the funding and marketing manager for Chumley.
Yes, indeed.
Now, Chumley, tell us how's things going, because I think there's some exciting times happening in July, just quietly for you, isn't there?
Absolutely. We've got a huge July coming up. We've been rebuilding out at Chumley. It's been a long time coming, and we started the rebuild middle of last year. We're on track to actually move into the new buildings this month. We're starting to relocate just gradually across.
Right.
So the children should be relocated, everybody back on the main site by the end of the month.
And we've got an artist's impression that looks incredible.
It's absolutely amazing. The building has just come together beautifully, and of course being in Governor's Bay, what better site? It's just got an absolutely perfect view, and the building's been designed so that you make the most of that wonderful environment out there.
I mean, it's a multi-million-dollar view. I mean, just that around there is just incredible, isn't it?
It is. It's a very special place.
Do you think that's the key, Sarah? Of that location as well?
I do think that it's part of it. You know, I think that the children coming across to Governor's Bay, it's a very special place. They almost feel like it's going on holiday. You know, you're sort of in a completely different environment. And with so much that's been happening in Christchurch with the earthquakes and things like that, it's kind of its own little world. You know, you're away from all that sort of rebuild and flattening sort of areas of the city that have been looking a bit sad over the last 4 years. And it really is a special place. It's quite
of a century, isn't it?
Absolutely. Beautiful wildlife too. They've got the lovely native birds over there and things like that. So very special.
Okay. Well, it is exciting times with a reopening, but it's all down to money though.
Yes.
And fundraising. And that's I suppose a joy for you to help, but also a bane because you need to get out there and always rattle the bucket, don't you?
We do, and we rely so much on the community. We get 70% of our funding from the community, and we're very, very fortunate to have such wonderful support, both with the Rebuild project, but also just with the operational funding that we have to find every year, which is over $1 million every year that we're looking for to keep the service operating and providing the service for these children. So it's ongoing, but it is rewarding, and it's exciting that we have so much wonderful support from the community.
Wow, there is a big thing happening, literally Canterbury's biggest.
Morning
tea.
Absolutely. And this is our annual event. We get very excited about it because we see lots of new things happen every year. PricewaterhouseCoopers sponsors this event every year for us, which we're really grateful for. They run some great events themselves for this as well. And we see all sorts of different things that come up out of it. We always seem to have a Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and I'm not sure whether the photos...
Yeah, we do have some pictures. They
yes.
look fabulous.
Yes, that was one of our favourite ones for last year, which was organised by Sally. She has one every year, and her and her friends got together and had a Mad Hatter's Tea Party last year.
There's some examples. That was like Elmo, isn't it? An Elmo cupcake.
Yes, those are Elmo cupcakes.
Oh,
This one here, this was the Mad Hatter's Tea Party last year. So people really get into it.
That's extreme costuming there.
I know.
Take it to another level,
They
isn't
had
it?
a fantastic
Tim Burton movie.
Yes, they had a fantastic hall that they had hired, and these girls get into it every year, and they try something different each year. But it can be as small or as extravagant as you want. You know, some people it's just a few people going out for coffee and supporting Chumley. Others, they get quite excited and sort of do the invite and
Okay, so to oversimplify it, how can we be a part of the morning tea? What do we have to do?
All you need to do is you can go onto our website under the events and have a look there. It'll give you information and direct you to Eventbrite.
chumley.org.nz.
Exactly.
The website. Yep.
And that will take you through to Eventbrite where you can register, or you can contact fundraising at Chumley on 3299832 and speak to either Emily, Renee or myself. And it's really, really easy. We just register to see where you're at, and you run your event. We ask for photographs and things to be sent to us because we love putting things on Facebook and letting other people know what you've done or are doing. And it runs for the whole month of August, so you don't have to have it on a particular day. You can organise a day that suits you.
Too easy.
Yes.
Oh, it's great. And as far as prices, you dictate what you charge for the morning tea?
It's basically asking for donations from the people that you invite. So you can actually, you know, whatever it is that these people want to give coming to your event. People do run competitions where you have entry fees and things like that they charge. And so it's really whatever people want to give.
Okay, well, good luck to you. August,
Thank you so much.
chumley.org.nz. Now it's time to get rid of that dampness. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it is Energy Man. Yes, I'm joined by Robert Linterman, who is the General Manager for ECA. Energy Wise, keeping us all very wise with our energy. Now, last week, Robert, we were talking about ventilation. Now we're on to that dreaded the dampness in our home.
Yes, not good.
It's not good. So what's the obvious signs that we've got dampness? I'm stating the obvious, but what is it?
So two key things. One is black mould. Black mould in your house is really bad for you as an individual. It brings on respiratory illness. It also brings on colds and flus. So you got to get rid of it. Also things like crying windows are really good signals that you've got too much water and moisture in the air of your home. So you need to get rid of that. You need to, be good to towel down your windows or get a squeegee and get rid of that. But you need to clean the black mould off ceilings and walls, especially in a lot of the wet areas of your home. So really key to have extractor fans in the bathroom and in the kitchen to stop that moisture staying in the house, getting them out of it. but also to open the doors and windows for 30 minutes a day and get some fresh air into the house.
Another obvious one is to check under the house as well.
Absolutely. So one of the energy spot ads we run, we show someone under the house getting a bit of dirt, rubbing their hands together, and if the dirt sticks to their hand...
There's your chappy there.
There's our chap there, young Christian. And if the dirt sticks to your hand, then you know that there's too much moisture in there. Now, what you can do under your home is you can put in what's called a ground vapour barrier. Now, what is a ground vapour barrier? So what we use is a polythene blanket. It's about a couple of mil thick, and you lay it on the ground and you seal it all up, and one of our service providers can do that for you, but it stops the moisture rising out of the ground into your home.
Brilliant.
So that just keeps that moisture. So sometimes there's moisture that comes from under the ground into your home that's not moisture that you've actually generated, although we do generate a lot of moisture in our homes ourselves anyway.
Just naturally.
Naturally.
Okay, putting on the spot. How about if we just can't fix the issues in our home? What do we do then?
Dehumidifier is a good idea. Some sort of ventilation system. There are a number available on the market. They tend to dry houses out really well. And just, again, opening the doors and windows, making sure we've got these extractors working. And but the dehumidifier is a really good tool.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? And it's actually frightening how much moisture, water they actually collect, isn't it, as
Absolutely.
well? Okay, how about if we don't have any practicality about us at all and we need help? We need someone to come into our home and tell us what we need to do.
Yep.
Who's out there for us?
So you've got a couple of options there. So if we go to our website, EnergyWise website, you'll find some service providers who can do insulation, but they'll come around and do an assessment for you. Also under the council, Christchurch City Council website, under Build Back Smarter, that people can come round. There are service providers there that'll come round and provide you with a full home assessment, and that'll help you resolve those issues.
If we've got elderly parents that are still, bless them, still living on their own, this is something we should be thinking about for them as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's a lot of older people that sit just in one room, don't they? Because they're scared of moving to other rooms, especially in winter.
Yeah. So, again, get someone to go around and do an assessment of their home. Be really good if you were there with them so that they understand what's going on, because elderly people sometimes get a bit confused about what's going on. A lot of them don't.
Don't we all? Not just old ones.
Yeah. But, it's nice to have a bit of support when someone comes into your home as well.
Yeah, it's important. But I'd love to go back to that website, though, Build Back Smart, especially for those in Canterbury as well.
Absolutely.
And to get that free assessment. I love that word.
Yep.
Free. But remember all of the tips that Robert does give you, though. There's the fantastic website, energywise.gov.nz. What's your one energy tip for the week, Robert? I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Ooh. Open your doors and windows at least 30 minutes a day. The other one is don't dry your clothes inside the house.
What? So how about the errors, though? How about the errors? Are you saying that's a bad thing?
Yeah, so every load of washing that you dry on the clothes horse in your house puts 5 litres of water into your home.
No!
Absolutely. So don't do it. Stop
So
doing that.
I won't tell you that I've got 3 of them now currently in the lounge. Crikey, all that water.
You're so naughty.
I am naughty. Jeepers. And I heard from Mr. Superman, Energy Wise. Great talking with you, Robert.
Thank you
Look
very much.
forward to next week with some more wonderful tips.
Cheers.
I did get a telling off as errors. Note that. Shouldn't have them up in your house. Anyway, after the break, though, Karen Deegan joins me with 2 little words you should never use.
I've got you under my skin.
Love Frank Sinatra. Karen Deegan, happy Monday to you.
Oh, happy Monday to you too.
I tried to guess the 2 words.
Yes.
I was wrong.
No one guessed.
I was wrong.
The 2 worst words that you can ever use are should and its partner in crime shouldn't. And do you know why?
No, I don't.
Because they make you feel wrong.
Ah, okay.
Listen to this list. This is a common list of what I might get from clients. I ask them to make a list of the shoulds in their life, and these are some common ones that will show up. I should eat more healthily. I should exercise more. I shouldn't yell at the kids so much. I shouldn't be sitting here doing nothing while there's so much stuff to do. I should be so more organised. I should lose more weight or stop drinking or something like that. I mean, if you look at that list, the energy associated with that, it's like, it makes you wrong.
So it's putting yourself down.
Yeah, it's making you feel wrong all of the time. And how can I remember one client, I said to her, once I pointed this out to her, I said to her, how many times a day would you be making yourself wrong with these should thoughts? And she said, oh, hundreds. And, you know, it really can affect our sense of self-worth when we feel wrong. I give people an option. I say to them, that word should and its partner in crime shouldn't are now banned from your vocabulary. Okay?
Ooh.
So I give them two other thoughts instead that you can use instead. So one of them is, if I really, really wanted to, I would. Or if I chose to, I would. It's like, for instance, if someone offers you a chocolate biscuit and you think, oh, I shouldn't, and then you take it and you eat it and you feel really guilty, right? What if instead you said to yourself, well, if I really, really wanted to say no, I would, but I don't want to say no.
Ah.
You know, there's a sense of freedom and choice in that, whereas there's a sense of restriction to that word should.
So it's actually replacing the information with a positive.
Yeah.
So we automatically in our head we're going to say that, we replace it with this one.
Replace it. I tell people if should's about to come out of your mouth, stop, rewind,
That was
rethink
should.
it.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, that list again. If I really, really wanted to eat more healthily, I would. But sometimes I don't want to, you know. If I really, really wanted to lose weight, I would, you know. It's not making you feel wrong, because sometimes we do just want to sit on the couch.
But if you're in the negative space as well, Karen, I mean, correct if I'm wrong, wouldn't it affect you also physically about how you feel about yourself?
It does, because as you know, what starts here, the body follows. Just to give you an example, I remember one client I treated who had irritable bowel syndrome. She'd had it for many, many years. No doctors or specialists were able to heal it. And we did EFT on some emotional contributors, but also one of the contributors was her making herself feel wrong all the time, because you know what happens when we're kids, when we do something wrong, we get punished, right?
Yeah.
So we have a subconscious belief that if we're wrong, we need to be punished, and so the body does that for us.
Ah, it's not silly, is it really?
No.
Okay, so what should we do if we feel that we just can't, you're giving us some great advice, but we need that one-on-one to actually get us through and on the correct path, because today it might be all good.
Yes.
We're feeling it, yes, I can see what Karen's going with this, but maybe if we need some help, what should we do?
Well, come and see me. I help people to overcome the things that they can't overcome on their own. Because just hearing someone say, yes, you need to change the way you think, all well and good, but sometimes we truly can't, because we've got limiting beliefs that are in the subconscious mind and they have to be cleared. And so that's where EFT comes in, which, as you know, is the form of energy psychology I use to help people with. And it can really change those things we simply can't change on our own.
Exactly. So what are we going to cover next week then?
We're going to cover
Should and shouldn't?
two things that make people discontented either in their job or in their life in general. There are only really two categories, and they have to be treated differently. So we're going to look at these two and what changes we might need to make. And I've got a wee tip for people today,
Yes.
quite apart from the changing that to if I chose to I would, or if I really, really wanted to I would. The other thing I do is every time I notice a should, which isn't very often because I'm trained not to, but whenever I notice a should, I think to myself, no, today's a should-free day, not doing it. So make today a should-free day.
Instead of a sugar-free day, we can have a shouldn't-free day.
A should and a shouldn't-free day.
I love it. That's good. So that's the tip of the week. So if we
That's the tip of
feel
the week.
ourselves about to say the word should or shouldn't,
Or
No.
even when we think it. And it has aliases. It has the aliases of mustn't, can't, need to.
Okay, now, it's amazing advice. Thanks so much, Karen. As always, I love this time with us every fortnight. Set free with EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques. You can phone Karen on 03 332 0526. Her email is karen@setfree.co.nz, but an awesome website, setfree.co.nz. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's wonderful to be back in the driving seat again. Big thanks to Lisa Jordan, though, that did help out last week, which is wonderful. Tomorrow, though, we have Just FM, and Jane is here from Mainland Dating. Have a great day.